How are you this afternoon?
I am good.
Very good. Just if you don't mind, tell us a little about yourself, who you are, and where your kids are and going to school.
Sure, my name is Brooke. I have two kids who attend Soaring Heights.
Okay. What was your experience in the St. Vrain district prior to the COVID restrictions?
So we recently moved up here and we've been attending Soaring Heights for 1 year.
Okay. Overall, pretty decent experience?
Yep, good
Okay.
experience, yep.
When the summer was coming to an end and we were looking at the different school options, what was the option that your family decided would work best for them?
We chose the distance learning
Okay.
option,
Okay.
mainly because there was a promise put out there that they were going to reassess. And well, initially they had said that they were going to do an alternating schedule, and
Okay.
so that's what interested us the most.
Okay.
And then they changed, but there was still this there's a promise looming out there about reassessing and possibly going in person.
Okay. What's been the impact of doing the online learning at home with you?
So for me, I have two kids who are very different and very opposite. I have one child who gets up, she gets herself ready, she attends her classes, she does her work. My concern with her is how much she's actually retaining of the information. You know, when you're in person, they play games, they do projects. There's different teaching methods. Right now, there's one method, and it's just talking at these kids via a WebEx and then a worksheet. And so I'm not real sure how much she's going to retain long
Okay.
term. And for my youngest, you know, we spend the first portion of our kids' lives as parents teaching them that teachers should be respected and we should treat them well, and these are the people who are going to teach you what you know to grow in this world. And so when they go to school, there's a certain level of respect that's given to these teachers because of what we've taught them before they went to school, and they don't have that same opinion of me as their teacher, as mom as their teacher. And so for my youngest, we spend most of our time arguing about just getting started on the work. The work isn't too hard for her, it's nothing she can't do, but she just doesn't want to do it for me because I'm not her teacher. She spent the last 7 years of her life being told who her teacher is, and it's not me.
Okay. Now, with your kids that have been in school longer, how's your experience overall been with their teachers?
It's been good.
Okay.
My youngest in particular, all I ever hear from her teachers is how wonderful she is, how much of a leader she is. When there's a new assignment, she is the first one to get up and go get her stuff, and everybody follows her so that they can follow suit and do whatever the assignment is.
Okay.
And at home, it's hours of trying to convince her that we should start doing this.
Okay. Now, if things could be different, how would you like to see things change going forward?
I want my kids to go to school in a classroom.
Okay. Would you be willing to have them go back with certain mitigation methods like masks and social distancing?
Absolutely. And they know that, and they're ready for that. You know, my kids, we were laying in bed getting ready for bedtime the other night, and my oldest daughter said to us that she said, I don't understand why we can't go back. I miss my friends. I want to see my friends. And we know that we need to follow the rules. We can do it, but they won't even give us a chance.
Okay. Do you have anything that you'd want to say to the teachers?
I appreciate the work that the teachers do. I absolutely appreciate the work that they do. But I think that in this situation, you know, the rules for working from home for everybody was if you can do your job from home effectively, you do it from home. And it's not that they're not trying hard, and it's not that they're not, putting the work in. It's just, it's not effective.
Okay.
It's just not effective. So we appreciate what they're doing. It's just, they may have been given, an impossible task.
Right. And if you had anything that you could say to either the governor or to the superintendent of the St. Vrain district, what would that message be?
I would say that I think that they need to reassess and find their passion for education, for educating America's youth. Because education is not just about curriculum. Kids this age, they need to know how to navigate social interactions. They need to know how to deal with conflict. They need to gain empathy for each other. And that's a huge part of learning, especially in elementary age kids. And even as they get older, right? People change, kids need to learn how to deal with that. And, it's always been a parent's choice to decide how their child is educated, whether it's private, charter, public, homeschooling. That's a parent's choice. And the district's job is to create a program that adheres to the state regulations. That hasn't changed with COVID. The regulations are different, but that's still their charter. Partner with the community and create a program that adheres to the guidelines and the regulations. It's a parent's choice to decide where their child goes to school.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming out. And
Absolutely.
appreciate you helping trying to get the kids back in school.
Happy to help.
Thank you.